Have you ever seen a woman you wanted to talk to, maybe at a cafe, bookstore, or even just passing on the street, and felt completely stuck, like your mind just blanked out? You're not alone. Most guys feel that exact fear. But here's the truth. Talking to women isn't about having cheesy pickup lines or fake confidence. It's about being real, relatable, and most importantly, natural. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to talk to women in a way that feels effortless and real, even if you're shy or socially awkward. And stay with me until the end, because I'm going to share an advanced psychological trick that elite-level communicators use that actually rewires the way women respond to you. That one tool alone can change the way you connect with women forever. So let's get into it. First, let's destroy the myth that you need to be alpha or overly dominant to attract women. That's outdated and frankly false. Studies published by the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships show that women are far more responsive to authenticity and emotional intelligence than they are to dominance or status signaling. That means your ability to connect, not impress, is what actually gets attention. So how do you talk naturally without overthinking every word? The first step is to stop seeing the conversation as a performance. Don't talk to impress, talk to express. That subtle shift in mindset removes pressure and makes your body language, tone, and words come across more relaxed and grounded. Now here's a powerful mindset shift. When you approach a woman, think of it as adding value to her day, not asking for validation. That one mental trick puts you in the position of power and contribution rather than neediness. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I coached a client named Josh. He was a software engineer, super intelligent, but extremely reserved. His biggest fear? Talking to women without sounding robotic. We worked together on one thing: curiosity. Not fake interest, but real curiosity. I told him, women are people, not puzzles. Ask questions that spark them to talk about what excites them. Within 2 weeks, he went on 3 successful dates with women he previously thought were out of his league, just because he finally sounded natural. Why? Because people are drawn to people who listen. Harvard studies show that the act of talking about oneself activates the same pleasure centers in the brain as eating chocolate or earning money. So if you can be the guy who genuinely listens, who makes her feel seen, you instantly separate yourself from 90% of other guys who are busy trying to impress. Here's a trick to build that connection fast. Use emotionally loaded questions. Instead of asking, "What do you do?" ask, "What made you choose that career?" Instead of, "Where are you from?" say, "What's your favorite memory growing up there?" These questions bypass small talk and go directly to emotions, the gateway to connection. Now let's address the elephant in the room: rejection. Most men fear talking to women because they fear being judged or rejected. But here's a fact. Studies show that 80% of social anxiety comes from internal self-criticism, not external judgment. That means your own thoughts are the real block, not women's reactions. The moment you understand this, you begin to see conversation as play, not performance. Here's another advanced tip that works insanely well. Use observational openers. Instead of thinking, "What should I say?" look around and comment on the present moment. That book you're reading looks intense. Worth the hype? Or, this coffee shop has serious 90s vibes, doesn't it? Why does this work? Because it feels spontaneous, not scripted. It makes you look present and socially aware. 2 traits that signal high emotional intelligence. Now let's level this up. Once a conversation starts, use a technique I call stacking frames. Think of it like layers. First, be playful, then add depth, then add emotional resonance. For example, you start light with a joke or tease, then pivot to a shared story or belief, and finally ask something meaningful. This keeps the interaction dynamic and unpredictable. Qualities that build intrigue. Speaking of intrigue, did you know that unpredictability activates dopamine? That's right. Psychologists call this the reward prediction error, where the brain rewards surprising, novel interactions with more attention and attraction. So never be predictable. Instead of asking the same questions everyone asks, throw in something like, "If you could wake up anywhere tomorrow, where would it be and why?" A curious question that unlocks her imagination and emotional world. And if you're still worried about awkward silences, don't be. Silence isn't your enemy. Nervousness is. Here's a pro tip. When silence happens, smile and hold eye contact for a beat longer. It shows confidence and it invites her to continue. People don't remember perfect words. They remember how you made them feel. Now, a lot of guys ask, how do I flirt without being creepy? Great question. Flirting isn't about sexualizing the conversation. It's about playfully challenging her in a respectful way. Use misinterpretation. If she says, "I love cats," you can playfully say, "So basically you're plotting world domination with your furry army?" That creates a fun, flirty vibe without stepping over boundaries. And if you want to master presence, here's the advanced psychological trick I promised earlier. Mirror her vibe, not her words. Studies from the University of California show that emotional mirroring builds rapid rapport. So if she's being thoughtful and reflective, match her tone. If she's bubbly and animated, raise your energy slightly. This makes her feel deeply understood without either of you even realizing why. Now let's talk body language. 93% of communication is nonverbal, and women pick up on micro cues faster than men. That means your posture, eye contact, and facial expressions matter way more than what you're saying. Keep your shoulders relaxed, feet pointed toward her, and avoid fidgeting. When you speak, nod slowly to show engagement, and use open hand gestures. It signals honesty and approachability. Want a cheat code? Slow down your speech. People who speak 10–15% slower are perceived as more confident and intelligent. Bonus, it gives you time to think. Another thing, don't fake interest. Women have a sixth sense for inauthenticity. Instead, find something real to connect with, even if it's just her energy, her passion, or the way she phrases things. Your sincerity is your superpower. Now let's add one final technique that elite social connectors use, the callback. This is when you reference something she said earlier in the conversation. It shows that you listened, that you remember details, and it creates continuity, a psychological effect that builds familiarity and trust. For example, if she mentioned a vacation to Italy 20 minutes ago, you can say later, "I can totally see you ordering espresso like a local in Rome." Simple, but powerful. To wrap this up, remember this. You don't have to be perfect, funny, or extroverted. You just have to be present, curious, and authentic. Women don't want a rehearsed actor. They want a human being they can connect with. Practice these tools, go out, and talk to real people. Not with the goal of getting something, but with the mindset of giving your attention, energy, and presence. That's how you stop trying to talk to women and start connecting with them. If you learned something valuable today, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what part hits you the most. And if you want a follow-up video on how to keep the conversation going once you've made the first move, or even how to flirt over text, drop a fire in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.